What up, ladies? It's your man, Abuamerican. Back again talking to y'all. Fellas, Syndicate Discord, get over there. I'm not really trying to be caught up anywhere else, except for maybe X. So, ladies, I want to talk to you about, I don't know how else to place it, confusion that y'all have about value. And women are always talking about their value and their personal value and not settling for less and whatever else. And that's all well and good. If you got to dictate what your value is. And fair enough, a lot of you try and dictate and impose what you hold your value is. But the methods you're using are problematic. And they need to be discussed. So that's what we're here to do. And now I'm not telling you not to value yourself, to settle for less or whatever else and all this type of stuff. What I'm just telling you, foolishly, is to be realistic. And so, but there's a purpose and a reason for that. Because I want the best for you. I want you to have the best possible outcomes. And right now, what y'all are doing just doesn't make any sense. So where does this whole conversation of value and what you're worth and all this type of stuff come from in the first place? Before we get into the actual meat of the conversation, where it comes from is I'm watching X, formerly known as Twitter, and there's women on there, both Muslim and non-Muslim, talking about what they consider to be acceptable, unacceptable. This even goes across to TikTok, although I don't watch it. What women say, first date you can't take me here or whatever else. You're going to take me here and you're going to do this and you're going to do that and you're going to blah 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 blah. So what's happened is men have learned the game that some of them are just being used for food, or that women are using them for entertainment. And so guys are investing less in initial meetings with women, because it doesn't make sense to spend like $100 date, and you might say, oh, he's broke if you can't afford a $100 date. You shouldn't be dating, whatever. Nobody wants to spend $100 on somebody who's not interested in them. And so, come on, man. And so, what happens is that guys have gone to coffee dates, walk dates, these types of things. The non-Muslims meet up for drinks, and nobody's going out for dinners and whatever else. And it makes perfect sense for men, because men are problem solvers, they're logical and they're reasonable. And it's like, if I'm getting less than, if I'm getting subpar results from high investment, then probably it's time to invest less until I find something worth investing in this particular case, women. So anyway, this is where this conversation comes from. Now let's get into the meat and the potatoes of the conversation. Ladies, just because you can recognize high value and demand high value, nice restaurants, nice clothing, nice jewelry, and the value to a degree of money, and you demand it, that doesn't automatically convey over to you high value. Guys, they know high value cars, Lamborghinis, Bugattis, whatever else, Ferraris. Does that make, just because he knows what those are and he demands those things, he wants those things, does that mean that he's high value, like those things? No, it does not. Even if he has those things, it doesn't automatically convey over to him high value. Can he afford high value things? Yes. Maybe he's a low class person. This happens. So, you are in that position, ladies, but most of you cannot afford the things that you're demanding from men. So you recognize high value and high value lifestyles and expensive lifestyles. You're demanding it of the men who come along in your life, who don't know you from the next stranger around the corner. He's meeting you, wants to meet you, wants to get to know you, decide whether or not there's something there. And you are demanding from these guys maximum investment with zero return. Because, rightly so, and I hold this correct, you don't owe him anything. But here's the problem. He doesn't owe you anything either. You're both meeting for the first time. Your demands just make you entitled and potentially a financial risk or / liability. But it doesn't make you high value worth pursuing. Quite the opposite in the minds and the eyes of most men. It's like, man, what the heck? This girl is crazy. Now, ladies, you're going to have to come to some sort of balance, which is founded in reality. And I know a lot of you ladies, a whole lot of you ladies, the vast majority of you, do not live in the real world. But you're going to have to come to some sort of reality. It's like, hey, look, maybe I am being unreasonable. Maybe I am asking a lot early on. I'm asking this guy to go full financial investment, not full maybe, but you're asking him to make large financial investments, maybe not even large, just significant, more than you're willing to spend, to take you out, meet you, get to know you, whatever else, and hang out. All that oh, my makeup costs $100. Don't buy $100 makeup. His investment, now, and I'm saying this right here, I know I'm jumping around, but this is the counter argument to that guys are working for money and then taking that money and then taking women out with it. It's like, well, my makeup costs money, less costs money, that costs money, my clothing costs money. Okay, who told you to do all that? Most men want to see you without makeup anyway, because most of you hide a lot of ugly behind all that makeup. A lot of you good-looking women are actually very, very, very average or subpar-looking women without that makeup. Most men don't want to see you in it anyway, so why are you spending $100 on makeup? The vast majority of men want to see you natural, or as close to as natural as possible, because that's the woman he's going to live with if you guys actually end up in a relationship, not the made-up doll. Because y'all, unlike my women, okay, maybe not all of you, I'm bragging now, Allahumma barak, my women, they dress up for me. They put on their finest for me. When we go outside, they're regular. Y'all do it the other way around. So, what's the benefit to him that you show up in $100 makeup or $100 worth of makeup? It means nothing to him, because that's not the woman he's going to live with. Because most of y'all, when the moment you get in a relationship with a guy, you're going to get real comfortable. Ladies, stop with the high demands of like crazy stuff that you haven't earned. Let's just be real. You haven't earned it. You don't. I deserve. No, you don't. Why do you deserve it? You just met Ahmed, whether through your family or some application. Ahmed wants to meet you. Why does Ahmed owe you anything? You don't owe him anything. If you're non-Muslim, you're going out on a date with Carl from Tinder or whatever the heck you guys use out there. Why does Carl owe you anything? Well, if he takes me out on a date, I don't owe him anything. I don't owe him hoo-ha after the date. Yeah, but why does he owe you a meal before the date? Why do you think somehow just showing up warrants him spending $100+ on you? It doesn't. That's just entitled arrogance. Being arrogant, okay, well then you say you don't owe him hoo-ha. Why can't he have entitled arrogance to your hoo-ha? Well, I showed up and I spent $100. I could have went to a prostitute. He could have. Why is he spending it on you? I'm not saying go see prostitutes. Everybody knows my stance on this type of stuff. I'm just making a point here. If making demands and having an entitled attitude is what it takes to convey high value to yourself, well then why can't he do it? He's the one spending the money. His time is the same as your time. It's worth just as much. You don't think there's 100 women who wouldn't go out with this guy? It will be 100 women who want to go out with him with the same demands as yours. Doesn't mean they're interested, obviously. But, what are you doing? You're just trying to use guys. And that's what it looks like when you come with these demands. And a lot of you women are starting to F around and find out that guys aren't having it anymore. And I'm telling you why. Now, coming back to a point I made earlier, I'm not saying you got to settle for like bums who are jobless or unwilling to spend on his people, which you are not until you marry him. Until you're, I hate to say it, until you're putting out regularly and you're giving him the hoo-ha regularly, you're not his woman. So he doesn't owe you. You don't owe him. He's allowed to have high demands of you and you're allowed to have high demands of him in terms of long-term relationships. But initially, when y'all are just meeting and all this type of stuff, ladies, just knowing what an expensive restaurant is or I want this or I want that. That doesn't make you high value. It just makes you annoying and expensive. And most guys ain't going for that anymore. Now, you might say, well, I'm American. What am I supposed to do with this? Yeah, tone it down a bit. There's more and more. It's like the more and more women that are starting to find out the negatives of this lifestyle and this mentality. It's like the less and less y'all get it. Y'all keep going deeper into it. And it's like you're watching real time the negative outcomes of women who have tread this path before you and have gotten no benefit out of it. They're miserable, but you keep going deeper into it. Like, well, if I just go a little bit further into the misery, I might come out on the other side. Okay, well, take a dive above the Mariana Trench. Take us the deepest point on the planet. It's underwater. Keep swimming down and down and down until you hit oxygen on the other side. Because, hey, if I keep going, I'm going to hit oxygen on the other side. I'm going to come out in China, right? No, you're not. You're going to drown and you're going to die miserably and horribly in the deep, dark, cold, alone. And that's going to be your life, not a parable. I'm not selling fear. I'm telling you the reality. Guys are more than willing to go to the third and developing world to not deal with you. They'd rather spend $1,500 on a round trip than a $100 date on you. It really is that far. Ladies, y'all gotta slow down, man. I know you're not gonna listen. I know most of you ain't even made it this far. Mostly it's gonna be guys that made it this far. If 100 people listen to it, 50 of the men, 50 of the women, right now, 49 people are listening, and 48 of them are men. So, I don't know, man. This is really, and we're coming up on crazy times. Now I'm just gonna go. Now, if you want to quit, go ahead and quit. But I'm gonna go into why you also need to tone it down a bit. And again, I'm not telling you just take whatever's thrown at you from like some random bums. That's not what I'm saying. But sisters, it's real talk. We're going into dangerous times. I know this is stuff that y'all ladies don't think about, but we are on the brink of a world war, a major global conflict. You don't have a man out here. Your old father, who doesn't keep fit, he's either too skinny or too fat. He's not going to cut it. And when you don't have that guy out there to protect you, you can be counting. Again, you're going to come back with that arrogance. Oh, well, the brothers need to protect the sisters. Okay, but they're protecting their sisters. Because you know what? When we come upon global conflict, high stress, very dangerous situations, everybody's going to be looking out for their own. And rightfully so. Nobody's going to have the resources, the energy, nor the gumption to go out and start saving random people, even if they're Muslims. Maybe if you're in a Muslim country, okay, fair. But a lot of the people I'm talking to are not. And you know what? I don't fault brothers. I got plenty of people to look out for myself. I'm not looking out for anybody else. You don't understand what type of work it takes to actually take care of people, which is basically the heart of our conversation. A lot of you are demanding stuff and you don't realize what it takes to actually produce that. You just want it. I want this restaurant, and by the time you finish eating the restaurant, it's like over $100 or $200. And no, okay, maybe it's not a lot of money, but you have to think, like, how long does this guy have to work? The average guy isn't making like $100 an hour. So if you eat dinner and you're with him for an hour, he has to work like 2 hours to make that money. And here's the thing, a lot of guys ain't even making $50 an hour. So he might have to work more hours. He might have to work, 4 hours to make up that 1 hour with you that you're so demanding, that you think you're worth. You're worth 4 hours of work and labor compared to 1 hour with you. Your 1 hour is worth his 4 hours of work and labor. I'm just throwing numbers out there so you get an idea. So he's $25 an hour. You think your 1 hour with you, his 1 hour with you is worth his 4 hours of labor. Are you mad? You have no idea what it takes to produce and create actual value. You know how to demand it, but you have no idea what it takes to produce it. And the proof is y'all demanding these great and massive things from dudes like early on when you should just be getting ready to know each other. And you can say, well, again, Abuamerican, I said it before, you shouldn't be dating or you shouldn't be trying to get married if you can't afford it. He should get his money up. Okay. Why don't you get your money up? What do you need him to take you there for? What are you actually in the relationship for? Why are you trying to find a relationship? Are you a leech or are you looking for a partner? Even if he can't afford it without a problem, he shouldn't have to. It just shows your inability to actually show that you care what he has to go through, whether rich or average, in order to produce wealth, in order to produce actual value that you desire. You desire the extraction of wealth from him. Because he has to go out and produce it. He has to go out and do the work, the brain power, the muscle power, whatever it takes to make that actual value that you want to just show up and have. And again, we're coming into tough times. We are on the brink of a global world war. People don't realize how close we are. What are you going to do when you don't have that guy? If your dad ain't that guy, if your dad ain't if he ain't the actual G that he needs to be for a crazy global situation right now, you're on your own. Because to take care of people in a hostile situation and environment takes a lot of work, resources, mental and physical power. Nobody, unless he's a damnable fool, is going to be expending that on strange women who he gets nothing from. I don't know, man. Hey, y'all do as you please. You're not going to listen, I know it. That's why I stopped making videos. Because y'all like to suffer. But whatever. It's your man, Abuamerican. I'm out.
Fire! We've got hostiles on the bridge.
Request denied. We can't risk those antivirals.
Copy that. Drone active.
This is Thunderbird. I'm making an attack run on that hovercraft.
Negative, Thunderbird. They'll tear you to pieces.
Operator down. Push it back!
spotted. System restored. System curtailed. System reactivated. System malfunctioning.
Sample secured. Preparing to exfil.
Copy that. Good work.
Portable canister detected nearby. System. System malfunctioning. System back online.
I'm hit. Losing control.
That helicopter took out the turbines. We're fucking stranded.
Wyvern, you need to exfil on foot right fucking now. We need those goddamn antivirals.
You want me to run away? I thought you knew me better than that.
This is an order, Wyvern. Wyvern, do you copy?
Get on board the hovercraft and secure the rest of the antivirals. The support team will protect the cylinders.
Get those rocket launchers prepped.
Talk to me, Wyvern. What are you doing?
I'm gonna blow up the motherfucking White House.
Are you out of your goddamn mind?
We need to cripple these assholes. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Christ, she's insane! Agent, do whatever you can to prevent the launch of those rockets.
Rocket launchers are loaded.
God damn it, Wyvern. Stand down.
Negative, sir. I refuse. Fireworks? You won't be disappointed. Target locked. Initiating launch sequence.
Everyone, this is not a drill! We need to evacuate the building right now! Repeat, this is not a drill!
initiated.
I'm gonna remember killing you. It's been a while since I could say that about anyone. Come to save the day, huh? But you're a real goddamn hero. Enough small talk.
Rocket launch backup power activated. Launch sequence initiated. Rocket launch backup power activated. Launch sequence initiated.
I'll give you... Armor's almost done! Get that...
You're starting to piss me off. Quick and painless is no longer an option for you.
I see the drone!
Agent down.
Wyvern, what's your status? Wyvern, come in. Wyvern! Fuck!
The antiviral cylinders are secure. We'll make sure they get safely extracted.
Sir, we've got enemy helicopters on approach. Should we knock them down? Negative. Hold your fire. We can't chance those cylinders getting destroyed.
Well, that's a bit of luck. Agent, you managed to secure the antivirals and shut down a key Black Tusk stronghold. Not to mention preventing a rocket attack on the base of operations. Incredible work, Agent. Truly incredible. But there's still more to do.